So official. I woke this morning, good afternoon, what day is it? Just kidding, break. It's so nice to see some of you kind of haven't seen in so long, and that's here to this new space. I'm still adapting to it, and the evening classes, I still don't have the right lighting for, and I'm working on that. So we'll have the fluorescents so that they can see me, and then I will turn them off for the restorative part. So this class is Power and Restore. So I keep it pretty flowy at the beginning part, and at the end we will get restorative. I even brought blocks tonight, so I have a plan for some nice deep opening, chest opening part. But any special requests? You have anything? You have anything going on? So take care of yourself.
Maybe some shoulder opening.
Okay.
Like typing on
Shoulder me back. Sounds amazing. All right, ready? Okay, let's start seated. So you can sit, if you want to grab a block and sit up on a block, you can do that. If you have one, you can do that. Or cross-legged works. Come into a comfortable seat, and you can have your hands in your lap, and you're just going to start to take your body in a slow circle, just circling around the center line. Eyes can be open or eyes can close. Just noticing how that feels to move your body in a circle. And go ahead and circle the other direction. One way it feels more familiar, more useful. Little spots that are calling out for attention, which might be the case. Come back to neutral spine and pause. And then right here, you'll take your left hand and you're going to walk it to the left. Take your right arm up towards the ceiling. So not over yet, just straight up. And then bend the left elbow and push the floor to the left, then reach the right arm all the way overhead. Fanning through the ribs and sides of the waist, open through the chest. Then come on up and switch sides. You'll walk the right hand to the right, left arm goes straight up first, you get really tall, then bend the right elbow and then reach over and push the floor to the right. The floor is a little slippery. Breathe. And come back to center. Good. And then switch the cross of your legs, have them crossed. And you'll take your right hand behind your back, so you're going to twist to the right, and left hand to the outer thigh. And then inhale, find length. So not forcing the twist, lift and lengthen, and then gently begin to rotate. And then right here, you'll take your right arm back up to the ceiling, look over your left shoulder, and lean to the left. Just a little more that side body. Then just bring your hand behind your head here and open up, elbow towards the ceiling a little more, turning to the right. And lift on up and return to center, unwind the body. Good. And we'll go to the other side. So left hand behind the back, right hand to the outer thigh. Inhale, lift up, exhale, gently twist. Pressing both shoulders towards your back. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, that gentle rotation, not forcing, and then take the left arm up, look right, and start to lean. So look over the shoulder and lean over to the side. Feel from your sitting bone all the way towards the fingertips. And hand behind the head, take the elbow up towards the ceiling, open through the chest a little. Good job. And then come on up and untwist the body. And then bring both feet flat to the floor right here. And you'll hold on behind the thighs and lift the chest up. So it's cow and cat seated. And then tuck and round back to wherever feels comfortable. Rock forward, inhale, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, gently round back. One more time, inhale, rock forward, gently pull the shoulders back. Now stay there actually. And you'll take your right arm up and behind you, fingers, hands to the floor, fingers facing away, and then left arm goes up and all the way back, hands to the floor. Now press your feet down, lift your hips up, and if you can, you drop your head back.
Good job. Lower the pelvis to the mat.
Cross your ankles or take your feet to the sides. Come onto your hands and knees. We'll kind of warm up already. And we'll move through some cow and cat right here. So you'll take 2 rounds of cow and cat. So drop your belly, lift your chest, inhale, then exhale, push the floor away. 1 more, inhale, and exhale. Come to neutral and slide your right hand behind the left wrist for thread the needle. So come down, but we aren't going to hold it long. You just slide it down. And then press into the left hand, twist open, reach up for the ceiling with the right hand. And then set the right hand down next to the left. 2 cow and cats. Drop the belly, lift the chest, tuck and round. 1 more, drop the belly, lift the chest. Arch the back like that Halloween cat. Come to neutral, slide the left hand behind the right wrist. Come down to the head and shoulder, pause. So the opening behind the left shoulder blade. And then press into the right hand, open the left arm all the way up to the ceiling and set the left hand down next to the right. Good, sit back into child's pose. Big toes touch, knees apart. Arms can be in front of you. Or if you want to make a pillow out of the forearms, that's fine too. Just dropping in here for a moment. Take a breath. And then come back up to tabletop, tuck your toes under and lift up to downward facing dog. Good, and tilt the tailbone up towards the ceiling, press the knuckles of the hands down into the mat and really breathing here. Good job, lift your heels up off the ground, walk your feet to your hands, ragdoll forward fold. You can hold on to the elbows, maybe add a small sway. Lift your hands to the floor here. And if they aren't, don't touch, bend the knees so they do. You're gonna reach and grab your toes. You can reach just for the toes or you can have the palms under the feet. Bend the knees, lift and lengthen the spine a little bit. Get really long through the sides of the body and the chest. And then fold down, straightening the legs to wherever you can. And we'll do that again. Bend the knees, lift the chest, lengthen it out. And then straighten the legs, bend the elbows, pull the chest towards the thighs. 1 more time, bend the knees, lift up like a flat back. And then straighten the legs, really drop the head, opening up that back of the body. Good job. Bring your hands to your hips here. You can soften the knees, come up to stand. Reach up, big breath in. And then bring your hands to your heart. And arms down by your side. Move through some sun salutations. So get rooted here in your mountain pose. My head is cut off. This whole Zoom thing. Hi. Okay. So you'll inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step it back, high plank to low plank. You're welcome to use your knees to lower your body. Good job. And then cobra or upward dog, pressing into an easy back bend. And then back to downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, drop your head and breathe. You can bend 1 knee at a time, stretching into the backs of the legs and the calves. Take 1 more breath in. Breathe it out all the way, empty, and then look forward, walk or hop your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, so find a flat back, lengthen it out. Exhale, bow forward, allow the head to drop. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain, press the feet down, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive right back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. fine to have a bend in the knees. Step it back or hop back, high plank to low plank. You bend the elbows towards 90 degrees. Upward dog or cobra. So you can lift the thighs for upward dog and then downward facing dog. Use your knees to press back or tuck the toes. And then breathe right here. Good, one more breath in. And breathe it out, look forward and walk or hop your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Then again, rise up, inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Good job, halfway lift, inhale. And step back or hop back, high plank, low plank. Good job. Upward facing dog or cobra, can be low, downward facing dog. And breathe here. Your eyes open, your ears open. Press your tailbone towards the ceiling to lengthen the backs of the legs. Take one more breath in. Exhale completely. Look forward. Step or hop your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. So bend the knees. Sit the hips low and reach up high. Swing your arms behind your back, interlace your hands, and stretch the knuckles down. And then you'll take 5 pulses of the arms away from the body. 5, just to wherever you can go. 4, it can be slow. 3, or you can also hold it. 2, and then hold it away from the body, wrap the shoulder heads back, and then you'll bow forward. You draw your chest to your thighs, maybe straighten the legs, but keep the chest on the thighs. Mince those shoulders out. Even let your head move gently side to side or shake it yes or no. And softly release your hands to the floor. Lift halfway, inhale, and that flat back. Step back or hop back. High plank, low plank, bending the elbows. Good. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And step your right foot forward to your right hand. Spin the left foot flat and reach your arms up for warrior one. Take a few breaths here. Feeling into your feet. And so that big stretch through the sides of the body. Maybe take the arms back a little bit. Open up through the heart space. Take one more breath here. And then set your hands down to the mat and step it back. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your left foot to the left hand. For warrior one, spin the right foot flat. Nice job. And reach up. You just find your pose. You build it from your feet to your pelvis. Kind of pull the left hip back, pressing into the pinky toe edge of the right foot. Pull the front ribs gently in, but reach up as you go back. Breathing, checking in with the rhythm of your own breath. Good, take one more breath here. Maybe reach a little higher. And then set your hands down to the mat and step it back. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, or child's pose, anytime you need. There's the power in the repetition here. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Look forward and step or hop your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose. So drop the hips low, reach up high. Do the hands again. So interlace the arms at the back. So just do it. And then I want you to switch which thumb's on top. Switch it if you can. And then knuckles down, chest nice and open, shoulders back, and 5 pulses. 4, 3, just seeing where the little limits are in your body. And then hold it, take it back, hold it. And then you'll bow forward, chest to thighs, drop your head, see if you can let the arms continue to move away from the body. Good job, wrap your shoulders towards your back, nice Stephanie. Then release the hands softly to the floor. Halfway lift, lengthen and extend the spine. Step back or hop back, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right hand for warrior 1, left foot flat, and then reach up from the ground to high. Set your hands back to the mat, high plank, low plank, upward dog, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, stepping, moving from your core, right foot flat, inhale, warrior 1, hands back to the mat, and step back without driving the foot, high plank, low plank, upward dog, downward dog. Walk your thumb tips to touch in front of you, your hands will touch. Then take your right leg up and back. And you'll step it forward, right foot to the pinky side of the right hand. So outside the pinky. Good job. Now reach your right arm forward. The left heel back, right arm forward. It's okay to drop the knee too if you want. And then you'll start to rotate to the right. So spinning open, reach the right hand towards the ceiling. Good job. And then bring the right hand back to the mat. Spin the left foot flat. And then the right hand can stay or forearm can come to the thigh. Open the left arm up towards the sky. Or the hand can stay lower at the foot or ankle. Nice, or on a block. And then see if you can turn the left palm to the wall behind you towards the mirrors. Exactly, and then wrap it behind your back. You can either let it rest there or reach for the right thigh with the left hand, or you can bind, yeah. Press your hips forward, your shoulders back. Try to notice if you're putting extra tension in the neck and lengthen the back of the neck and breathe. Nice, Sandy. Good job. And then release the hands to the mat. So you're going to bring the thumb tips to touch at the middle of the mat. Step back to downward dog and pause. Really press the palms firmly into the ground. Stretch the left leg up and back. Big breath in. Your exhale, step it forward to the outside of the pinky. Reach the left arm forward. So you want to get long through the sides of the body, waist, the left inner thigh. And then go ahead and twist open. Good job. Pull the shoulder heads back. Really reach from the floor to the ceiling. Good job. And then you'll bring the hand down, spin the right foot flat. The right hand can stay where it is. Or sorry, left hand. Right arm can open up or left forearm can come up to the thigh. Good job. Now press your hips towards the mirror and your shoulders towards the gray wall. The wall behind you. You can wrap the right arm behind your back, bring the palm behind you. Reach for the top of your thigh. Or take that bind where the left arm goes under, you clasp your hands. Good. Keep lifting away from that left forearm. I'm going to try the bind, Sandy. You looking at me. I'm going to try it. The left arm goes under. You clasp your hands behind your head. Right there. And then you press the hips forward and the shoulders back. And breathe. Good job. All right, hands down, thumb tips touch. Let's step back to downward facing dog. You can pedal it out or move side to side with the hips. With the thumb tips touching, I'm gonna try to really squeeze the elbows straight so you feel the triceps, the backs of the arms, just these long lines of energy. And then you'll look forward and you can walk or hop both feet to the outside of both hands and come down into a little squat. Good job. Blocks are helpful. If you want to use one, I can grab you one. Try to get your heels to the mat. Good. And it's fine to stand higher if that feels better in your body. And then right here, you'll plant the left hand on the ground and twist open to the right again, opening that right shoulder, arm. Good, and then you'll switch sides, bring the right hand down and open to the left. Sometimes I like to make a fist and roll my wrist in circles, just slowly, or spread the fingers wide. And come back to center, staying in your squat. Or you can come into crow pose if you feel like an arm balance today, or a headstand if you're up for that. So crow, you plant your hands, lift your hips, bring the knees up towards the triceps, backs of the arms, and then you'll shift forward into the hands and then pick your feet up. It can be one or both. The feet might not get super high up off the ground. They might be closer to the floor. Nice, Caitlin. Good job. Come on, Sandy. Nice, Erin. Awesome. Yes, Eva. And then you'll step your feet back. Nice, Erica. Headstand. Step back, high plank, low plank. And then cobra or upward dog. You might choose to stay lower. And press back to downward facing dog. And take one more breath in. Breathe out, look to your hands and step or hop your feet to the front. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Come all the way up to stand, extended mountain. Stretch it up. Bring your hands to your heart center and arms down. We're going to move into some balance. So if you wanted to come to the floor, or if you needed a better spot in the room or a wall, totally fine. The bars are helpful. Keep them nearby. So you'll reach your arms up. First one's eagle. You'll take the right elbow under the left and then bend your knees. And the right leg is stacked on top of the left. Good job. Then I like to lift the elbows up and draw the shoulders back. And then release that, arms down, feet down. Inhale, swing it up. Exhale, the left arm under the right. And then bend your knees, and the left leg is down on top. Nice job. And balance often is generated from finding your center. Not trying too hard. And return to mountain pose, pause. We'll do that again. This time we're going to add on to eagle. So you'll reach up. You'll swing the right arm under the left. Go this way. And stack the right leg over the left. So first just find or arrive in your pose. And you'll keep the arms as they are and step the right foot back to crescent lunge. So to the ball of the foot. Yep. And then lift the elbows up as the hips go down, chest rises up. And then shift your weight forward into your left foot. Step the right foot to meet the left, release the arms. Nice, Dennis. Inhale, swing it up. And then left arm goes under the right. Bend your knees, stack the left leg on top of the right. Erica, you got another challenge layer. Good job breathing where you are. Good, and then you'll carefully step the left foot back into your crescent lunge from the ball of the foot. It's fine to bend the back knee, lift the elbows up, lengthen the tailbone down, pull the pit of the belly in. Good job, and then shift your weight forward, step forward, feet together, arms down. Nice job. Take your left arm up, and then you'll bend the right knee here for dancers. You'll catch the right foot. It can be from the outside or the inside of the ankle. And then you'll draw the knees towards one another. It's fine to hold on to the bar or a wall. And then start to kick the foot into the hand. Breathing. Good. Come up, switch sides. Right arm up, bend the left knee, catch the foot. Draw the knees towards one another. Go ahead and kick your foot into your hand. Press to the center of the chest. Chest drawn forward. Noticing your breath, smoothing out the rough or ragged edges. Next breath. And then come back to stand. Take a couple big back strokes here with your arms. And then tree. Open your right foot to your left leg. And go above or below the knee. And as you're ready, reach your arms up. Your arms down, set your right foot next to your left. Simply switch sides. Bring your left foot to your right leg. Go above or below the knee. Find that center line. And grow your branches like the limbs of a tree. I'm always looking for where can I create more integration? Where am I disintegrating? That's where the wobbling happens in that disintegration. And where can you kind of pull in and feel like you're just really fortified from the ground to your core, from your core out to your fingertips. And then let your body come back to mountain pose, feet to the floor, arms by your side. Take a big breath in, reach your arms up. And breathe out, dive forward. Halfway lift, inhale. And step or hop it back, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Let's stretch your right leg up and back. And bring your knee to your nose, just curling down the middle. You can do that 3 times. Take your right leg up and back and curl in knee to nose. One more time. This time, step it forward, come up to warrior 1, left foot flat, reach up. And then open up to warrior 2. And then straighten the right leg and tip into triangle. So press your hips left, slide the body right, let the right hand drop to the shin, ankle, foot, or floor. And then the left arm goes straight up towards the ceiling. And you just imagine you're like rotating or rolling the right lung underneath the left to open up a little more to the left side of the chest. You can even try bringing the left hand forward towards me about 6 inches And then bend the elbow. Bend your head. Yeah, like a cactus. Pull the shoulder back to keep opening up through that chest, left side of the chest. Good, and then straighten the left arm and let it pull you to stand. Bring your feet to parallel, your hands to your hips, lift up into your heart space, and then hinge forward. That side facing, wide leg forward bend, forward fold. You can set your hands to the earth. Maybe the crown of your head touches the earth, or that's the direction it's moving. If you want to bend a knee, go side to side, you can do that. Nice, but any variations here, welcome. And then if your feet are up, bring them down carefully. Lift to a flat back. Take your hands to your hips and come up to stand. So turn your right toes back to the front. Step your left foot up and in a little ways. And then bring your hands behind your back. So you'll either bring your knuckles together and press, or palms of the hands in reverse namaste. And then if that doesn't work, just press the knuckles together, not forcing that internal rotation of the shoulder. Lift up into your chest and fold forward over your right leg. And if it's too much with your hands away from the ground, it's fine to bring them to the ground. So this is called an internal rotation of the upper arm bone. And it's actually a really big key to unlocking the shoulders. Feel it in the scapula area or the back of the shoulder. You might feel it in the front. Let's stay for one more breath. And let your hands release to the floor. Stay right here. Maybe you fold a little deeper over that right leg. Maybe you feel into the right hamstring a little bit more. And then bend the knee, plant the palms, and step back. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Then stretch your left leg to the sky. On your exhale, curl the knee in towards the nose. Again, inhale, stretch it up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Last one, inhale, and then curl it in and set the left foot down, warrior one, and the right foot flat, up. Open up to warrior two, and then straighten the left leg for triangle. So press the hips to the right, reach to the left, allow the left hand to land where it wants to land. And try bringing that right arm forward so it's more in line with your head, and then bend the elbow like a cactus and pull the shoulder back. You're rotating the rib cage more towards the ceiling almost. Stay rooted through the legs, maybe a tiny bend in the knees. Keep you out of that locking of the joints. Nice, straighten that right arm, let it pull you up to stand. Turn your feet to parallel. Interlace your hands at your back. Any thumb cross is fine. Shoulders back, inhale. Exhale, bow forward. If it's too much, you can let that go anytime with your arms if you need. Good, Dennis. Good, Eva. Hinge a little farther from the top of the thighs. And you get out of the rounding of the back and get more length through the lumbar. Yes, good. Allow the head to drop if you can. Drop and then release the hands to the ground if they aren't already. And maybe bend your knees one at a time or take your hips side to side. And then you'll come back to center, lift to a flat back, bring your hands to your hips and come up to stand. Turn the left toes forward, right foot steps in and up, arms behind you, either knuckles, fists, or that reverse namaste. Inhaling, lift up, exhale, forward you fold. If the hands are together, you're trying to press the palms together. It's the knuckles, you press the knuckles together. So it's from that, like that pressure, the pressing, it creates an opening. So there's a little bit of force in the muscles. You're not hanging out in that restorative just yet. We'll get there. Release your hands to the ground. Just frame that front foot, pause, drop your head, drop your head. Good, and then bend the left knee, plant the palms, step back, high plank. And lower all the way down onto your belly. And then right here, slide your right arm out to the right. We'll go out to the side, turn your right ear to the floor. And you'll bend your left knee and roll over onto your right side. And then just hang out right there. Sometimes I come onto my belly again and slide the right arm a little farther out to get more space and more length. Good. You'll slowly roll back onto your belly. Slide the right arm in, slide the left arm out, turn your left ear to the floor, bend the right knee, roll over onto the left side. Make any adjustments that you need. And noticing what you notice here in your body. Slowly and gently roll back onto your belly and slide the left hand in and make a pillow out of your arms, like right underneath your head. You'll bend the knees and just windshield wipe the lower legs right to left. And then release your left foot to the ground and you're going to slide the right knee out to the right. So it's like 90-degree angle out to the right. Good. And then you can turn your right cheek to the floor again if you like. And just pause right there. It's called a half frog. You're perfect, Beth. So you can stay. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. But if you want to, there's a little bit of a mobility drill here, which is an internal rotation of the lower leg, where you pick the foot up. You kind of lift and lower. And you can try it 3 or 4 times on the right leg. You lift the shin and foot up and lower it down. So try to keep the thigh on the ground, knee on the ground, just lift up. It's rotating from the hip. Good job. job. How about one or two more? That's my word tonight. Good job. I can feel myself saying it over and over again. It's so funny how that happens sometimes. All right, let it rest for a moment and just notice. All right, slowly slide the right leg back, bend both knees again, windshield like the legs right to left. Notice if one side feels any different. And then release the right foot to the floor. Slide the left knee out to the left. And you can turn and look either direction. Breathe and lengthen to the inner groin, inner thigh muscles. You might feel it in the back of the hip too, or the side joint or lower back. There's no right or wrong place. If you feel it in the knee joint, you might need a blanket under the knee. Okay, good. If you want to add that rotation, you can go ahead and pick up the lower leg, so rotating the foot towards the ceiling and back down towards the floor. I'm trying to move from the hip. This one's really fun when you're in full frog. All right, bring it down, pause, take a nice deep breath. And then slide the left leg back alongside the right. Bend the knees one more time, windshield wide, gently side to side. And release your feet to the floor. Bring your hands over your shoulders. So press up to tabletop, hands and knees. And then we'll do one more hip thing right here. So you'll take your right leg out to the right. Like that. Good. And then you're just going to rock back and forth. Good. And then come to tabletop, slide the right leg in, slide the left leg out. And again, you're just going to rock yourself back and forth a couple times. Okay, you can go all the way back hip to heel and forward to wherever it feels good. Good job. And then come back to neutral. Bring the left leg in, tuck the toes under. Let's lift up to downward facing dog. You can bend one knee and the other. And squeeze both heels towards the earth. And then stretch the right leg up and back. And you'll bring it forward into half pigeon. Right knee towards the right wrist. And you can come into half pigeon, or if you want to come right into full pigeon, if you don't want to stay in that half pigeon today, you can come to full pigeon instead, or stay in half pigeon, or you can come on your back. Good job. We're going to be here for a couple minutes. I want you to be somewhere where you can stay for a couple minutes. If you need a block, let me know. That's good. Stay there and breathe. If you want to switch to double pigeon at any time, you can, or just stay where you are. slowly switch to the other leg. Go through downward dog first, or not, whenever you're ready. Precious minutes to be here and feel into your hips, to the ground of your body, like your bones, your hips, your lower body, your connection to your roots and the floor. Our subtle energy body, our chakra system, the legs and the hips and our bones are represented by our first chakra, which is the color red. It's our connection to the family, to ancestors, to the earth, that which supports you. Mantra for this lower first chakra is I am safe. I have all I need. Slowly and gently come on up, and you'll spin both legs around to the front. Bring the soles of your feet together, and you'll have to watch my silhouette, those of you at home. Bring your feet together, Baddha Konasana. And then you can either do some cow and cats here if you want, kind of moving, or you can round forward and take a nice simple forward fold. If you have a block, you can always bring it to your feet, let your head rest on it. That's an idea. They haven't been touched by other human hands in a very long time, so. Don't be afraid of the blocks. I sanitized before I picked them up tonight. Let's take a couple breaths here. And then they'll slowly come up, and you're going to set your blocks up behind you for supported fish. If you don't have blocks, and like Erica, you might take your legs over a couch, like be on your back with your legs on a couch that direction, or you can take legs up a wall if you want. So the blocks for supported fish will go like this. So I like mine low and long, and then medium and tall. So this one goes under my rib cage. But you can change it up too. This one for me is the most supportive for the longest period and less traumatic. So it goes bottom ribs to middle of the shoulder blades. And then the other one will go under the base of the skull. And you want to make sure it's flat on the bottom so it doesn't tip. And then you can bring, when you're there and comfortable, put your pelvis on the mat. Knees can stay bent, or you can bring your feet together for like Baddha Konasana legs. Or you can stretch your legs out long. Do whatever you want with your arms. Stephanie, if your block's too hard, you can put your sweatshirt over it. You got the cork one, sorry. I like them sometimes. And then as you get your body comfortable on these, you just want to relax. And open the chest and shoulders. Allow your body to kind of sink into the blocks, or if you're on the floor, sink into the floor. Allow your eyes to close if you're comfortable doing so. If you're not, eyes open, it's fine. If at any time you need to roll off the blocks or change your position, you are free to do that. You have spots that feel like resistant or kind of achy, or I call them the sweet spots. If you have any of those little sweet spots, rather than trying to lift off the block on those sweet spots, try and soften in, let the block soften in to help release any tension or tightness. It's not always easy, but giving yourself permission to rest. And things are so perfectly aligned. The reading for today in the book Journey to the Heart is let your heart open gently. And as you lay in this heart opener and hear from the book Journey to the Heart, let your heart open gently. Let your heart open gently, safely, surely, and certainly. Do not let others decide when or even if you will open your heart, when or if you will embrace love. Those choices are too big, too important to let others make for you. Only you can decide when and how. There was a time when it wasn't safe to open your heart. Pain was all around you. You were not equipped to be that open. That time has passed. You have learned, you have grown. You've learned that you are a loving being. You now know that your love comes from within you. It is safe to open your heart. The universe awaits, ready, willing, delighted to be able to help you open the same way it aids the opening of a flower with the sun, the rain, the earth. To deny your power and ability to love is to deny joy. To deny your loving essence is to deny yourself, your God, and the divine in you. Look around. It's not your location that makes you safe. It's where you are in your soul, your mind, and your heart. That place is good. That place is safe. Open your heart, embrace life. Go joyfully on your own way. Last few minutes, if you'd like to stay in this heart opener, you can. If you'd like to come off of them and lay flat, it might be just what your body needs. We're not getting up just yet. We have another minute or two to just be. Giving yourself just this final few moments. Here, you'll just begin to bring your attention back to your breath. In the physical body, you can wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then you'll bend your knees and roll over to a comfortable side. Come off the blocks if you're on them, and curl up in a fetal position on the ground. Just pause right there. You can make a pillow out of your arm. Just curling up. Go ahead and press yourself up to a seated posture. Close your eyes. Touch the palms of your hands together. Bring your thumbs to the center of your heart, center of your chest. And lift your thumbs to your forehead center. Just touch them. You have a really lovely evening. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all so much. Okay. Nice to be with you. You two at home. So good to be with you.